I know you're a good person, but it's important to understand that not everyone is like you. Our hearts want to believe there's a solution for the world. We have hope in people, but if we're not careful, we can get hurt. Unfortunately, there are many malicious people, and occasionally they will cross our paths. Pay attention to the signs and stay away from such people. You've probably met someone who is genuinely cruel, who hurts others' feelings without remorse and takes advantage of others' weaknesses. Sometimes these behaviors are so subtle that we don't even realize we're dealing with a bad person. Let's talk about the signs indicating you're dealing with someone like that. Some people will always try to make you feel guilty about a situation, or pretend to like you in your presence but speak badly about you behind your back. It's important to be prepared because sometimes outsiders will try to disturb your peace, but other times it will be people from your own family. Family is a blessing from God, of that I have no doubt, but unfortunately some people tend strongly towards a bad version of themselves. In today's video, I'll show you 9 signs, or rather 10 signs, that you're dealing with a bad person and what you should do when these people cross your path. Before the first sign, make sure you've hit the like button if you're someone who loves learning about life wisdom. If possible, write this: people want to see you well, but never better than them. This is pure truth. Let's go with the first sign. Number 1, pleasure in others' pain. Evil people feel pleasure when seeing others suffer. If you know someone who seems to rejoice in others' pain, like laughing or smiling when seeing someone going through a difficult time, that's a clear sign you're dealing with a bad person. This behavior shows a total lack of empathy and can lead to harmful situations. Who, rather than supporting you when you feel overwhelmed, laughs at your struggles. Or consider a friend who, upon hearing about your personal issues, makes jokes instead of offering support. These attitudes are not only insensitive, but reveal a cruel character. Such people may even deliberately provoke bad situations for others just to enjoy seeing someone suffer. They can also spread gossip and create conflicts, all to observe people's reactions and enjoy the chaos they've caused. It's important to recognize these signs early and distance yourself from those who exhibit this type of behavior to protect your own emotional health and well-being. Number 7, need to control your life. Evil people are extremely controlling. They feel uncomfortable and powerless if they don't control every aspect of their lives and the lives of those around them. They will do everything possible to ensure things happen according to their wishes, and will abuse power if they don't encounter resistance. Think of that boss who insists on reviewing every little detail of your work, not because they want to help, but because they need to have total control. Or that friend who always decides where you go, what you do, and with whom, without considering others' opinions. These attitudes show an obsession with control that can be suffocating. These people can also manipulate situations to maintain control, creating rigid rules or using emotional blackmail. A classic example is a partner who constantly monitors where you are and who you're talking to, not out of concern, but out of a need to dominate your life. This need for control is not only irritating, but can be dangerous. Such people often use their power to exploit and abuse others. Recognizing these behaviors and setting clear boundaries is essential to protect your independence and emotional well-being. If you notice someone trying to control every aspect of your life, it's important to take steps to distance yourself and regain your autonomy. Number 6, strange feeling when you're around them. One of the clearest signs you're dealing with a bad person is feeling strange around them. You might feel tired, restless, or simply uncomfortable in their presence. This could be your natural instinct warning you that something is wrong. Imagine being at a family gathering where everyone is having fun, but there's one person who always makes you feel tense and uncomfortable whenever they're around, even if that person isn't doing anything directly to you. Their mere presence is enough to generate a feeling of discomfort. This could indicate that the person has negative energy or malicious intentions. Another example is a coworker, but over time they can build up and become a serious issue. These liars use deception as a tool to manipulate others, often for personal gain or simply to create drama for their own amusement. They do not consider the harm they cause to relationships or the trust others place in them. Paying attention to this pattern of lying is crucial. If you notice that someone often lies, even about small matters, it's a sign that they do not respect you or the relationship. This behavior is harmful because it destroys trust, the foundation of any healthy relationship. Recognizing and addressing this behavior early can help you avoid further complications and maintain your emotional well-being. Number 5, manipulative behavior. Evil people often use manipulation as a strategy to get what they want. They might use emotional appeals, guilt, or even coercion to influence your decisions and actions. This can be particularly damaging because it often involves exploiting your emotions or weaknesses. For instance, a colleague might play on your sympathies to get you to take on more work, or a friend might manipulate you into always doing what they want, disregarding your needs and preferences. These manipulators are skilled at making you feel responsible for their happiness or success, thereby trapping you in a cycle of manipulation and control. Over time, this can lead to a loss of self-esteem and independence, making it difficult to break free from their influence. Recognizing manipulative tactics is key to protecting yourself from their harmful effects. It's important to set boundaries and assert your right to make your own choices. Learning to say no to manipulative demands is essential for maintaining your autonomy and emotional health. Being aware of these signs and taking action to protect yourself can help ensure your well-being and preserve healthy, respectful relationships in your life. Yourself from such individuals is crucial to safeguard your emotional and physical well-being. Number 4, self-centeredness. Evil people are often extremely self-centered. They prioritize their own needs and desires over everyone else's, without considering the impact of their actions on others. This can manifest in various ways, such as a colleague who consistently ignores group deadlines to pursue their own projects, or a friend who demands your attention and support but is never available when you need them. Their behavior is driven by a desire to benefit themselves, even at the expense of others. Self-centered individuals may also disregard your feelings and boundaries, expecting you to always accommodate their wishes. This disregard can strain relationships, as it places unequal burdens on one party while the other benefits. Recognizing and addressing self-centered behavior in others is vital for maintaining balanced, healthy relationships. Setting clear boundaries and communicating your needs can help mitigate the negative effects of dealing with such individuals. Number 3, exploitative behavior. People who are truly evil often exploit others without remorse. They take advantage of people's kindness, vulnerabilities, and resources for their own gain. For example, someone might befriend you only to use your connections for their career advancement, or a partner might financially exploit you, spending your money without contributing anything in return. Exploitative behavior is harmful because it not only uses others, but it often leaves them worse off, emotionally or materially depleted. Recognizing when someone is using you for their own ends is crucial for protecting yourself. If you suspect you're being exploited, reevaluating the relationship and possibly distancing yourself can prevent further harm. Number 2, disregard for consequences. Evil people often act without considering the consequences of their actions on others. They may engage in risky behaviors that could harm others, like reckless driving or financial irresponsibility. They may also ignore the emotional or physical repercussions their actions have on the people around them. A disregard for consequences is a dangerous trait because it not only endangers the individual, but also those around them. It is important to be aware of this trait in people you interact with, as it can lead to significant harm if not addressed. Setting firm boundaries, and in some cases distancing yourself from such individuals, are necessary steps to protect yourself from potential harm. Identifying these harmful traits and understanding how to respond to them effectively can help you maintain your well-being and foster healthier relationships. If you ever find yourself dealing with or a friend who belittles your hobbies and interests, suggesting they are trivial or not worthwhile, these forms of contempt can be deeply damaging as they aim to erode your self-esteem and make you question your worth. Contempt is not just criticism, it's a form of communication that is laced with disgust and disrespect. It's meant to make the recipient feel despised and worthless. Recognizing this behavior early on is crucial because the longer you are exposed to it, the more damaging it can be to your mental health. For instance, if a colleague regularly dismisses your ideas in meetings with a condescending tone, or if they make sarcastic comments about your contributions, this is a form of contempt. This behavior creates a hostile environment, not just for you, but for everyone involved. It can inhibit teamwork and innovation by making others afraid to speak up or share ideas. Taking action against contempt involves setting boundaries and sometimes seeking external support, like talking to a trusted advisor or a therapist. It's important to assert your worth and not allow someone's negative perceptions to influence how you see yourself. If you are in a relationship, whether personal or professional, where you frequently feel demeaned or ridiculed, it's a strong indicator that it may be time to reevaluate the situation. Protecting your self-respect and emotional well-being should be a priority, and distancing yourself from those who treat you with contempt is a critical step in safeguarding your mental health. Number 1, deception and dishonesty. As mentioned earlier, habitual lying is a common trait among bad people, but deception can take many forms. Beyond outright lies, it can involve withholding information, misleading you to believe something false, or portraying themselves in a way that is not true to their real intentions or behaviors. Deception is particularly harmful because it manipulates your perception of reality, making it difficult to make informed decisions about your relationship with the deceiver. For example, a business partner might hide aspects of a deal, leading you to commit to something that is not in your best interest, or a friend might pretend to support you in your endeavors while secretly undermining EI. The key to dealing with deception is to remain vigilant and question inconsistencies. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Ensure you have all the necessary information before making decisions, especially in relationships or agreements that have significant personal or financial implications. Remember, preserving your emotional and mental well-being is paramount. When you identify someone exhibiting these harmful behaviors, take steps to protect yourself by establishing boundaries, seeking advice from trusted sources, and possibly distancing yourself from the person. Your peace of mind and safety are always worth prioritizing. Only one who exhibits these behaviors, taking action to protect yourself and your interests, is key. That's quite a detailed script. Here it is with the requested punctuation and simplified language for better clarity. They might say things like, "You could be more attractive if," or "Why don't you dress better?" These comments are not constructive. They are cruel and designed to undermine your self-confidence. Another example is a friend who mocks your interests and passions, belittling your achievements and dreams as if they were not worthy of respect. They may laugh at your ambitions or interests, making you feel foolish for pursuing your goals. This type of contempt not only hurts but also makes you doubt yourself and your abilities. These people use contempt as a tool of emotional control, weakening your self-esteem so that you depend on them for validation and acceptance. They want to shape your self-perception according to their own interests and desires without respecting who you really are. Do not let these people manipulate your self-image. You are valuable and deserve to be treated with respect and consideration. If someone is constantly belittling you, it's a clear sign that the person is not interested in your emotional well-being. Protect yourself by keeping your distance from those who constantly try to diminish you and seek relationships that promote your growth and happiness. Animal abuse. Animal abuse is a clear sign of a bad person. Cruelty towards animals can indicate deeper problems in someone's character. If you know someone who acts abusively or neglectfully towards animals, consider distancing yourself from that person. Imagine a neighbor who frequently abuses their dog, yelling at and hitting it for any reason. These actions not only cause suffering to the animal, but also reveal a lack of empathy and emotional control by the abuser. This abusive behavior can extend to other areas of that person's life. Another example is someone who keeps their animals in deplorable living conditions without proper care for food, hygiene, or health. Constant neglect shows a complete disregard for the life and well-being of the animals under their care. These actions should not be ignored or minimized. Studies show that cruelty towards animals is often linked to violent behaviors against humans as well. It's important to recognize these signs and consider the impact of being around someone with these traits. While it may be difficult to realize when we're blinded by friendship, love, or respect for someone, it's essential to prioritize the safety and well-being of the animals and ourselves. If you suspect someone is being cruel to animals, consider distancing yourself and, if possible, report the behavior to the appropriate authorities to protect the animals and prevent future harm. If you know other signs of a bad person that haven't been mentioned here, put them in the comments. I'd love to read your opinion. If you've made it to the end, write in the comments, "Good always triumphs over evil." If you found these insights valuable, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more wisdom. And before you go, here's something extraordinary I want to share with you. NASA scientists have developed a revolutionary 7-minute audio called Genius Wave that helps unlock your brain's full potential. Imagine attracting success and happiness effortlessly. Our subscriber Nelson did just that. He rekindled his relationship and landed a promotion at work using this amazing tool. To discover how you can transform your life too, click the link in the description below. Don't miss out on this opportunity.